I never knew this, but there's a very simple reason why it's so hard to set boundaries. And after practicing this one method together with several clients, I've really locked it into how you can now set real clear boundaries for yourself, protect your energy, protect your time. First, I'm going to explain to you exactly what it's about, and then a very simple exercise that you can do at home with a notebook and pen. That's all that's needed. So stay tuned and stay listening so you can find out everything that you need to set your boundaries so you can go forwards with more confidence and trust yourself. If this video is resonating with you, remember to subscribe, as I will be explaining as a coach the best ways to be dealing with everyday problems that we all are encountering. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how you're going to structure it, how you're going to use it. Number one, you are not weak. It's not like you don't care about yourself. And it's not because you have lack of confidence or don't believe in yourself that you're not setting boundaries. It's a very simple reason why you're not. And it's because you haven't clearly defined and specified what it is you're actually protecting. It's like building a fence with no idea what it is that you're building around. So this is the main reason why it's so important to first go a step back and identify your true values. I know how hard that could be, and values is such a buzzword as well. It's very frustrating. I went around thinking that I knew my values, but still I was lacking all my boundaries. So this is the way that you need to do it. You need to look at them properly. So they're not nice words, but they're actually identification words that you can act on. The number one thing that helped me was I stopped asking what are my values to what is my vision for myself? How do I want to feel? What energy do I want to keep? And how do I want to behave, speak, and act with the world around me? Once I could answer that, what am I building for myself in this world? And I was really very clear on it. Then it became very easy to see what it was I truly valued. So this is the big shift for you to start. Once you know and have the vision for what you're building, you can then very clearly define what it is that contributes and benefits to that vision. And that is what is truly valuable to you. You can only protect the things that you actually can name. So if it is 9 hours of sleep, so you can get up early in the morning and be healthy, because losing weight and staying fit is what your vision for yourself is. Or if it is that you're building a business, then being really effective with your time will become the most valuable thing. So anything that is even remotely unnecessary for you will be something you need to protect and put boundaries around. The work here to setting boundaries is not about saying no and pushing things away. It's about gaining clarity on what it is that contributes benefits to your vision. Then it's easy to say yes, and everything else will fall to the side. So let's do this step by step. There are 3 things to just implement very quickly. Grab a pen and paper. First, identify your highest goal for yourself, or if you have several goals, write them down. Now, the values that support those goals cannot be abstract, like, oh, I want to feel good. That is too vague. What is it that makes you feel good? Is it the great food? Is it being able to go out with your friends all the time? What is it that contributes? So be very, very specific what it is that contributes to that higher goal, to those visions, for your dreams, for yourself. And it's not about 1 or 2 things. List out as much as possible of the things that directly contributes to those higher goals. A lot of times we think that values are something fluffy that we hold inside and they just come through our parents or our family or society. But very often it's a feeling inside, a feeling maybe of being calm or grounded or making good decisions. And it's really important that you write that down as well. How are you feeling, or what is that inner state, the energy that you have that is contributing again to those values that you keep so much, to those values that are really important to you? Then comes the third thing, which is you are now evaluating and assessing. So you're understanding what your higher goals are, you're understanding what contributes to those higher goals, and not the vague values, but the actual actions and events and people and places that contribute to that. Then we go down into the values, and the values are not only fluffy words, but your inner state, your emotional state, your mental state. Maybe for someone, it's their spiritual state. And we are very observant on what is the feelings around that and how we are maintaining that. And the third and final thing is then the assessing. What is it that now is driving you away from those first two? If it's an inner state of values, what is taking you away from that? Now you're starting to see which area of your life you should remain in and what is actually removing you from it. And now it's going to be very, very clear for you where you need to put your boundaries. Here comes the really important part. What most people are doing is they're using boundaries to actually protect themselves from feeling uncomfortable. Now, that is not how you use boundaries. Boundaries is something that we use to lock in so we can stay and remain within a good state of place and being, working towards that inner state and to those outer goals. Now, in that process, we're going to become comfortable. It's going to be scary. We're going to hit things that might trigger us in some ways. That does not mean that we should push that away. Boundaries means that we are clear on what it is that's really valuable to us, and we steer away from that, which brings us away from our highest values, our inner state. A lot of people are using it as an excuse for not doing uncomfortable things, not growing, not developing, not expanding their knowledge base, or not learning new things. That is not the right way to learn boundaries. Boundaries is simply a tool for you to be more observant, assess things, and hold yourself accountable. Using boundaries to keep you comfortable is avoidance. It's not protection. So very quick wrap up. The 3 ways for you to identify and keep your boundaries or set new boundaries is become very, very clear on what your goal and vision is. Be very clear what events, situation, people, and action contributes to that. List it all out. Do as many as you can. Then understand your internal state. How does these values make you feel? Become very clear on this. And finally, assess very, very clearly what is contributing and what is withdrawing from you. And identify if it's truly out of discernment or out of fear. If it's out of fear and out of discomfort, then you're acting from a place of avoidance, which is not healthy. But if you're acting from a place of higher value and really knowing yourself, then it's okay. If you find yourself in a place that intellectually knowing exactly what the right thing is, but still not really managing to implement it in your life, then I am the coach for you. You can go to my website, shantiaroundtheworld.com, and get a free 30-minute consultation. There's no pressure, no pitching, no selling. It's just a conversation about where you are now and where you want to go. Remember to subscribe and like the video, and I hope to hear from you.